In a small, sunny kitchen overlooking the garden, Felix the cat was busy honing his culinary skills. With his chef's hat perched proudly atop his head, his whiskers twitching with concentration, he was determined to create the perfect omelet. Felix took pride in his ability to cook, an unusual skill for a feline, but one he cherished immensely. He cracked the eggs with precision, his paws moving deftly as he whisked them into a frothy mixture. A dash of salt, a pinch of pepper, and a sprinkle of herbs wafted in the aromatic air. He placed the pan on the stove and watched as the butter sizzled and melted into a golden pool. Into the pan went his egg mixture, and Felix tipped the pan this way and that, ensuring an even spread. As the omelet began to set, Felix scattered grated cheese and chopped vegetables over one half. Felix folded the pancake-like creation with a swift, confident motion. His eyes gleamed with satisfaction as the cheese began to melt, promising a delightful meal. However, unbeknownst to Felix, an observer was watching from the shadows, the ever-cunning Marvin the mouse. Marvin had been eyeing Felix's culinary masterpieces for quite some time. He knew the cat's cooking was impeccable, and today his tiny tummy rumbled insistently, urging him to take action. As Felix turned to fetch a fresh sprig of parsley for garnish, Marvin saw his chance. Quick as a flash, the mouse scurried up the counter, his eyes never leaving the steaming omelet. Felix was humming a tune as the mouse made his daring move. With nimble paws, Marvin grabbed the edge of the plate and, with surprising strength for such a small creature, whisked it off the counter. Felix returned, unaware, only to see his perfect creation mysteriously vanish. His mouth dropped open in disbelief, and his tail stood on end, twitching in shock. Meanwhile, Marvin was already halfway back to his little hole in the wall, the delicious aroma following in his wake. He allowed himself a smug grin, proud of his cunning acquisition. Felix, realizing the mischief that had occurred, chuckled to himself. "Well played, Marvin," he muttered with a resigned sigh. He collected another egg from the basket, plotting his next culinary experiment, while secretly planning to outsmart the clever mouse next time. In the end, the kitchen was filled with laughter and determination, as both cat and mouse continued their timeless game of culinary hide and seek, each with their own unique skills and tricks.